Hey, it's Brandon with Rotsdale Aviation. It's a beautiful evening here at my home airport in East Wenatchee, Washington. Pangborn Memorial. It's Kilo Echo Alpha Tango. And right here is our 1956 Cessna 172, and it's time to replace a burnout taxi light bulb. And they actually take the same bulbs, the Landian taxi, with these early models. And I elected to get, instead of an LED, is just get the replacement bulb. Let's see right here. It's brand new. I just got from Fresno Air Parts down in California for 10 bucks. Now I know a lot of people are starting to put the Wayland LED bulbs, and honestly, my experience with those of they're multiple array of LEDs, and I've seen them just start burning out. And we actually have one bulb that I just keep in my toolbox. It's got one little LED that turns on. All of them are burned out, and for a bulb that's close to $100, $200, that's a lot of money, and compared to a $10 bulb that's pretty bright. It does the job. I just did a night flight the other night. Did a great job lighting up the runway, and so I've actually already taken the landing light lens off, and I had troubleshot the wiring, make sure we're getting voltage, and it wasn't a wiring or a circuit issue. But sure enough, the bulb's dead. Did a resistance check, and it's got an open resistance, and you can see a little dark tint kind of around the bulb there. So this one's our landing light, and then here's our taxi light. And so we'll get the cover off, and we'll get into changing out the taxi light, and also how to, per the service manual, how to align both the landing light and the taxi light. So let's get to it. All right, so here we are on top of the wing here. We've gotten the lens cover off, and so now we got our landing light here, taxi light here. These are all nut plates, all four corners, and screws. And then, as you can see, we got some springs and kind of a washer assortment. All you got to do is take one screw out, and then you just swing this out and away, and then boom, it just gives you access to the light connections here. So we're gonna swap out this bulb, put the new one in, and then with the new one in, it's gonna align there, and then we bring the other side there, screw that in, and then I'll show you how we're gonna align this bulb here for the next step. All right, well, as you can see, we got the taxi light installed, and I'm just doing a quick little operational check, just make sure the wiring's correct, it's turning on when you flip the switch, because you hate to do all this aligning of the bulb and then find out that it's not even working. So ops check is good, so we'll turn off the switch. The landing light's right there, push all the way in, it's a 2 position, and then master off. Okay, so let's look at the service manual. And this is just a printout of a page. You can see here figure 17-8. And so it actually gives you dimensions. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Landing light, taxi light. And it gives you dimensions for each corresponding screw. And so you can see for number 1, our serial number is right around 25. I can't remember the last few digits, but so that's prior to 46176. So this is our column, and we're obviously at 172 here. Number 1 is going to be 0.4 inches from the web, or the structure here, to the edge of the light holder. That's our measurement D right there, and you can see dimension D. Okay, so we're just going to go around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and get all our measurements dialed in. So let's go take this. And so you can either use like a 6-inch scale measured in tenths of an inch, or I'm going to use a dowel caliper. So we're going to go up here and go get the dowel caliper. Left it on the seat here. Okay, so this is measurement D. Basically from this structure here to this edge right here, right? So this is screw number 1, if we're looking at the diagram. And then number 1, we're going to do 4/10 of an inch. So on the dowel caliper, right now we're at 8/0, so that's 8/10. So we're going to try to do this one-handed. Lock it here. We'll go to our 4/10. Bring it back up. Right there. All right, so 4/10. So we're gonna bring that in all the way until it touches there, here to there, and that should get us lined up for number 1. So we're gonna just go that around again. Here's number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm just going to get those measurements locked in, and then we'll go to the taxi light 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, we'll go do that, and then we'll check it out. Right, so with a little bit of fudging the numbers, I was able to get everything pretty close to how the manual's calling out for it. You know, as an example, this gap right here, they want it to be 4/10 of an inch. And realistically, with the spring compression and everything, I could only get, without bending these ears in, close to like 6/10. So I just interpolated the, you know, if it's 4/10 here, and now it's 6/10, that will be my starting point. And then, so that's 2/10 of an inch difference now. So if this is 0.5 in the manual, so now it'll be 0.7. And I just keep going all the way around to still get the same alignment, get the same angle. It's just out further away from the structure a little bit. So the big thing that I think what we need to do now is go fly it at night and really kind of see how the taxi light and the landing light work together. So I closed the hangar door here, and I'll just give you an example of kind of what we're looking at. Master on. Okay, so right there is our taxi light. You can kind of see where it's shining in regards to the aircraft. You want it to be a little bit pointing towards the nose and a little bit pointing down. And then the landing light is pretty close, but it's a little bit more on top of it. So you can see right there, there's the landing light. And there's taxi, landing light. So I'll be interested to see how this all comes together in a night flight. Obviously, I'll probably have to make some adjustments to kind of get it right where we want. And then what I'll do is, once those are adjusted and right kind of where I want it, I'm just going to put that in the log entry. When I do the light bulb change, I'll just say what measurements were what, and that way when somebody, if myself or somebody else in the future replaces that landing light, or taxi light, they could just reference those numbers and boom, it's pretty much bang on right where it should be, and no mess, no fuss. And I'm excited to do a little bit more night flying. It's been starting to get a little dark right now, but I gotta go home here. But it's a great night to work on the airplane. It's been a full day of working on other people's airplanes, but it's always fun to kind of wrap it up on your own. So till next time, this is Brandon with Rodstel Aviation.